Welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Elena Michaels. I want to welcome you to my channel. I'm going to read tarot cards and angel cards and do a reading for that spontaneously. And then I will do a guided meditation, and I might do something else too. So this is the guided meditation and card reading for Wednesday the 12th. Wednesday the 12th. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. I haven't done this for a couple of weeks. I've had to take care of some personal things that were kind of intense and I wasn't able to do the recording. But I'm back now and I'm very happy to be with all of you. And we just went through Easter and I just want to talk to you a little bit about that. You know, Easter is the time of spring, it's the time of rebirth, it's the time of new beginnings, and it's actually my favorite time of the year because that's when things start to bloom again, and I feel like we've gotten through winter. And even generations ago, many, way back, spring was a time when, wow, it's kind of like we made it through. We made it through, we're alive, and now, yay, it's spring. Because back in the day, a long time ago, people kind of didn't make it through the winters. You know, the winters were tough. And the winters have always been tough for me, personally. I was born in December, and winter has always been a challenge for me. That's why I live in California, because I grew up in Ohio and Pennsylvania, and the winters were bitter cold. And when we lived in Pennsylvania, we lived right on the lake, and it was freezing. The skies were always gray, and I don't do well in that kind of a climate. So I knew I was going to come to where it was warm and where there was sun. And the last few days had been amazingly beautiful as far as I've been doing a lot of walking. And you know, you can change your energy and you can change your frequency by doing some very simple things. One of them is get outside and walk, especially where they're around evergreen or fir trees. Now, excuse me, I'm starting to release already. But where I live, there are a lot of evergreen trees and fir trees. And I was walking the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact, and I was thinking, the colors are so brilliant. Everything just looks so crisp. You know, we've had all this rain. Everything is very green. The flowers are coming out, they're vibrant, the colors are vibrant. Everything seems to be a lot more vibrant now. And it's just really wonderful. And when I walk, I'm not on the phone, I'm not listening to books on, you know, audio books. Excuse me. See, I'm already starting to release. This is what happens to me for those of you who don't know. When I turn the video and I start doing these classes and the readings and the meditations, because I'm going to be channeling, I start yawning, my eyes water, I have to clear my throat, I might cough, I might sneeze, I yawn, so that's what this is. But when I was walking, I was just walking, just 100% present, looking at the flowers, looking at the breeze blowing through the trees, and just 100% present with that. And it was really exquisite. It was wonderful, like a wonderful walking meditation. That is one way that you can actually change your frequency and elevate your frequency by getting outside and walking in nature, not talking to your neighbor, not walking with your neighbor, not being on the phone, just being present and walking. Also, when you're outside, and especially if you're around water, you're around negative ions. Negative ions, although they seem like they're negative, they're actually not. Negative ions actually cleanse the air and they cleanse us and they bring calmness and peacefulness to us. Now, you can get negative ions by taking a shower because that's water. There's a lot of water there. So if you take a shower and you are fully present in the shower and you listen to the water coming down around you and the water coming down on your body, you actually are changing your frequency and you are washing your body, excuse me, with the water. Your body is washing away negativity with the negative ions that are from the water in the air. So if you're uptight about something, or you're depressed, or you're anxious, take a shower. And always finish with cold. Cold is very, very powerful to enhance your nerve force. And it works great. Years ago, I got up every morning between 3 and 4 a.m. I did that for years. See, this is the throat clearing thing. I did that for years, and I did it outside in an outside shower. Actually, what I would do was I would get up in the morning and throw myself in a cold swimming pool. Then I'd get out and rinse off the water from the swimming pool with an outdoor shower. And then I would come inside and meditate until the sun comes up. That's a very magical time of the day to meditate in the morning like that. Those are called the ascending currents. The ascending currents are rich for you to program with what you want. And so it's just, those are 3 things you can do. Get up in the morning and get up before the sun comes up and meditate. And you can take a cold shower before you do that. And you can walk outside where there's fir trees or evergreen trees. And if you don't have that, just walk where there's nature and just be present. And what was the 3rd thing? The shower, taking a shower, okay? So get up early in the morning, take a shower, and walk at some point during the day when the sun is out and you're around trees. Wow. Some of you have asked me and sent me notes. I read last time from this little book, which I've had for a long time. It's called The Impersonal Life. And some of you have asked me to, again, read from it. Now, I don't have anything chosen, but I am going to read a little bit of it, and then we're going to choose the cards, okay? One more thing I want to say about Easter. You know, Easter is about coming out of almost like a death state into an alive state. As we move toward the year now, we are moving into more and more light. That means we are becoming more and more light if we allow ourselves to be. Ideally, you want to keep yourself as clear as possible so that you are like a diamond reflecting light through all the different facets, can even bring out different colors like rainbows. So we want to be able to reflect the light that is coming into us at this time of the year, springing out. And we want to be able to reflect that light. We also want to be able to see that light in everyone else. There will be people who will be negative. There will be people who say snotty things to you. There will be people who will hurt your feelings. Just let it go. It's not about you. It's about them, okay? They're contracted. They're in a negative state. Move on. Just let it go. Let it go. Unless it's your significant other, in which case, or someone you're very close to. And in that case, you might want to say, maybe hours after the event has happened, you might want to say, is there something we should talk about? Because that felt really weird, that interaction we had earlier, and I'd like to discuss it, because it didn't feel very good to me. If you want to go there, that's the way to say it. Not like, you made me feel bad, you hurt my feelings, because all that's going to happen with that is the person's going to want to defend themselves. So, all right, let's do a little reading. Okay, I think I'm ready. All right. Alexa, resume. Well, this is where I opened it, so this is what I'm going to read. You must realize by this time I have allowed you all things, all you have or are, be it of good or evil, of blessing or suffering, of success or failure, of riches or lack. I have allowed you or attracted to you. Why? For use in awakening you to a recognition and acknowledgement of me as the giver of all that is good. Yes, all things you receive have their use. If you are not conscious of such use, it is only because you cannot yet acknowledge me as the giver. Who do you think the me is? The me is whatever you want to call it. Higher power, God, universal energy, Jesus, Buddha, whatever, it's all the same. You could not honestly acknowledge me as such until you knew I am the giver. Your personality, in fact, had become so engrossed in trying to get rid of or to exchange many of the things I had given you for other things you thought were better, that of course you could not even dream, much less acknowledge me, your own self, as the giver. That's the God in you is the giver. God is in you, okay? Possibly you do now acknowledge me as the giver, as the inner essence and creator of all things in your world and in your life, even of your present attitude toward these things. Both are my doing, for they are but the outer phrases of the process I am using in the expression of my idea of your inner perfection, which perfection being my perfection is gradually unfolding from within you. As you more and more realize this, will the true meaning and use of the things, conditions, and experiences I send be revealed unto you, for you will then begin to glimpse my idea within, and when you glimpse that idea, will you begin to know me, your real self. Before you can truly know me, however, you must learn that all things I give you are good, and that they are for use, my use, and that you personally have no interest in or actual right to them, and they are of no real benefit to you, only as you put them to such use. I may be expressing through you beautiful symphonies of sound, color, or language that manifest as music, art, or poetry, according to human terminology, and which so affect others as to cause them to acclaim you as one of the great ones of the day. I may be speaking through your mouth or inspiring you to write many beautiful truths which may be attracted to you and may attract you many followers who hail you as a most wonderful preacher or teacher. I may even be healing through you diseases, casting out devils, and making the blind to see and the lame to walk, and performing other marvelous works which the world calls miracles. Yet all these things I may be doing through you, but of absolutely no benefit is any of it to you personally, unless you use and apply these harmonies of sound in your every spoken word, so that to all hearers they will seem as the sweet music of heaven. And unless your sense of color and proportion so manifests in your life that only kind, uplifting, helpful thoughts flow from you, proving that the only true art is that of seeing my perfection clearly in all my human expressions, and of allowing the quickening power of my love to pour through you into their hearts, picturing to their inner vision my image hidden therein. Likewise, no credit attaches to you. No matter how wonderful truths I speak or works I perform through you, unless you yourself live these truths daily, hourly, and make these works serve as a constant reminder of me and my power, which I ever pour out freely for you, my beloved, and for all to use in my service. You, to whom I have apparently given none of such gifts, and who deem yourself unworthy and not yet advanced enough to serve me in such ways, to you I would say, just to the extent that you truly recognize me within and seek in real earnestness to serve me, just to that extent will I use you, no matter what your personality, no matter what its faults, tendencies, and weaknesses. Yes, I will cause even you who thus seek to serve me to do many wondrous things towards the quickening and awakening of your brothers to a like acknowledgement of me. I will cause even you to influence and affect the lives of many of those whom you contact, inspiring and uplifting them to to higher ideals, changing their way of thinking and their attitude toward their fellows, and therefore toward me. Yes, all you who seek to serve me, no matter what your gifts, will I make to be a vital force for good in the community, altering the mode of life of many, inspiring and molding their ambitions and aspirations, and altogether becoming a leavening influence in the midst of the worldly activities in which I will place you. I'm not going to keep reading, because what I want to say is I have seen so many teachers get caught in the spiritual ego that they're doing it, that they think they're doing it. They think it's them and how wonderful they are. That's not it. It's the God consciousness in them that is using them as a vehicle. The God consciousness is coming through them to reach others. You know, everyone you meet has a message for you. The cashier at the drugstore, the person in front of you at Whole Foods, the person you pass when you're walking your dog, they all have messages for you. And a lot of the teachers who have gotten very caught up in their spiritual ego think that they are the ones that are doing it. They're not doing it. They are merely a channel, the telephone. They're just the telephone to bring spirit and express spirit. They are just the vehicle. So every day I say, use me as your vehicle. Use me to spread love and light. Place me where you want me to be. Bring into my world who you want me to meet for the benefit of both of us. Use me as your vehicle to spread light and love and consciousness in the world. It's not me. It's not Elena. I'm just asking to be used. I'm just the vehicle. We're all the vehicles. So don't get caught in the illusion of that you're so fabulous. Okay? Because you're just a channel. You're a channel for the highest good. So don't get caught up in your spiritual ego thinking that it's you. Okay? I see this a lot with yoga teachers and retreat leaders and gurus and pastors and preachers and priests and rabbis and cantors. They think they're the wonderful one. Don't get caught in that trap. Because once you get caught in that trap, you stop the good flow coming through you. Just be a channel. Just be a channel. That's the greatest honor, to just be a channel. Now we don't have to worry about anything. You're just placed where you're supposed to be. You come in contact with who you're supposed to come in contact with, and you just, follow directions. Follow directions. The directions are coming from the highest source into you, and they seem like they're bubbling up from within you. But you're just the vehicle. Just a little bit of wisdom there for you. Some of you ask, this book is called The Impersonal Life. I've had it for a long time. It was written in like 1941 or something. 1941, yeah. So it was written by a guy who channeled it. His name was Joseph Bennett. But the copy that I have doesn't even have his name on it. It just says by unknown author. But later copies, you can get them on Amazon in various formats. You can even get an audiobook of it. All right, let's move into some cards, okay? First, we're going to choose a God card. Let's see what happens here. All right, I'm just going to bring these up in the camera so you can see them. Remember, don't get caught that it's all you. It's not. You're not that fabulous. I mean, you're fabulous, but don't get caught that you're more fabulous than everybody else. I see this a lot in creative fields like music and art, where people will criticize other artists and criticize other musicians, other performers. Don't do that. That cheapens you. Everybody's doing the best they can, and everybody's doing what's channeled through them. Keep your body and temple clear so that you can channel the most spirit through you. We talked about this last time. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Let's see what it says. Don't take life too seriously. Oh, I have to sneeze. pretty good release, right? All right, let me get my glasses so I can read this, because there's two sides to these cards. Two sides to everything, right? Don't take life too seriously. It's only a temporary situation. How about that? Blessed are they who laugh at themselves, for they will never cease to be amused. Keep a sense of humor. Tragedy and comedy are the same thing. It all depends how far away you are from it. When you're far away from it, it's more of a comedy. When you're in it, it's more of a tragedy. This card right here looks really good. I'm going to take this one too. I'll read it to you. It's pretty cool. I now have deep within me all around me all the resources I need. I now have deep within me and all around me all the resources I need. You know, I saw something recently and I cut it out and I pasted it on my mirror. Let me tell you what it is. It says, nothing happens to me. Everything happens for me. It's all for my highest good. So think about that. Choose a situation where you think that you're being victimized. Nothing happens to me. Everything happens for me. Meaning everything is happening for you to be able to learn lessons. That's what this is about. That's what we're here. We're here to be kind to each other, loving to each other, helpful to each other, and we're here to refine ourselves and learn lessons. That's what we're here for. All right, I'm going to go into my text now. I'm not getting sick. This is just a release thing. Somebody did send me a note and say, do I do private card readings? Yes, I do. If you're interested, just reach out below. There's information there. Okay, here we go. And you can book there are different time frames that you can book if you want card readings for yourself. All right, shuffling. Alexa, turn the volume down. That's a little too loud. All right, we are divinely protected, surrounded by beautiful healing white light. No harm can come to us. No negative projections can reach us, now or in the future. Cut once, cut twice, cut 3 times, and take the top card. We've seen this guy before. This is about balance. The 2 of Pentacles. I'm going to take the book and put it aside. I line all these up here so I can see them when we go into the guided meditation. I'm going to cut again and take another card from this deck. Cut again. And the top card. I think I have a cat here. We've had this card before too, recently. Wow. All right. Well, I guess we're getting hit over the head again. You know, it's kind of like when the cards keep coming up. It's kind of like they're coming up to kind of remind us that maybe we need to think more clearly about something again and again. Wow, a lot of releasing. All right, we're going to talk about these 2 cards right now. Let me get my glasses. This is the 2 of Pentacles. See this guy? Look behind him. See behind him? Behind him is turbulent waters, lots of waves, up and down, up and down. That ship looks pretty treacherous. But he is not acknowledging that. He is staying in a position where he's trying to keep his balance. Now I'm hiccuping. Boy. Oh, my God. This is real life, people. Real life. I don't cut this stuff out. I mean, if I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm just releasing and I'm just going to leave it in the video. Oh my God. So this is about trying to keep your balance when there's turbulence going on. Turn your back on the drama and juggle whatever you have to try and keep your balance, okay? Two of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles have to do with an earth trip. They have to do with work. So maybe it's a work situation you're trying to balance, a new career you're trying to balance, some money you're trying to balance. Here's another one. This one is a 6. This is the Lovers. This is a Major Arcana card. So this card has a whole lot of juice. The Major Arcana cards have a lot of power. And this one comes up to remind us that we are divinely protected. Nothing happens to us. It all happens for us. And just be real. You know, no false pretense, no crap. Just be real. No clothes. Shed the surface appearances and just be real. Come from the highest, always be aware of the highest, and know that you have divine protection, okay? You have divine protection. All right, let's go into this deck. If you want more of the impersonal life, you want me to read some more of that, let me know. It's very comforting to be read to, and I can read slower. I can read slower in a very soothing way. Here we go. Cut the cards and okay. You already know. That question that you were wondering about, you already know the answer to it. By the way, if you haven't written down a question or haven't got one in your mind, choose one now. You might get some answers. That often happens. I'm going to go to the next deck, and then I'm going to read what these are. I'm still hiccuping. Okay. Here we go. Give us more information, more substantiation, more validation, more explanation. Oh, breathe. Okay, breathe. This is Archangel Raphael. This is somebody I talk to on a regular basis. Raphael. He says, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. That's right in line with the walking I was talking to you about, you know. Going outside and breathing that wonderful air. So fabulous. I mean, I literally get high walking outside and just not reading anything or listening to anything, just walking and looking at everything. I feel really high. My consciousness gets really elevated. It's very cool. It's been so gorgeous lately too. Okay. More explanation, clarification, validation, substantiation. There's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. That's what I was talking about. Remember, you're just a vehicle. Don't get caught up in thinking you're anything else. You're a vehicle of consciousness and spirit. You're a vehicle to express love on the planet. You're a vehicle to use divine energy to heal on this planet just by being yourself. All right? Now I'm going to read you from the booklets on these cards. The first one is, you already know. That's this one. You already know. All right. You already know. This card, ironically, comes to you when the answer is something you already know, but are denying or require confirmation of. Think about your question. In this circumstance, the angels are saying that you have the answer, and you also know exactly what to do to move forward. This card asks you to trust in yourself and the divine order of the universe and do what's best for you. You. Only good can come from listening to your guidance. And only good can come from trusting your own intuition. The key is to be able to spend enough quiet time so that you actually can hear your guidance, because it's there and it's coming to you all the time. But if you're busy, and you don't take time to be quiet and listen and breathe, you won't get the intuitive direction. You have to be quiet to be able to hear it. And alone. That's why solo retreats are so wonderful, because you're not interacting with anybody. You're not using your phone. I've gone to retreats where as soon as you get there, they take your phone. You're there for a week. You don't have a phone. I mean, if there's an emergency, there's a house phone someplace and somebody will get you. But you can't use your phone. You can't get on social media. You can't call anybody. And you can't talk to anybody. You're just quiet for a week. And then you start really getting guidance, because most people don't spend enough time being quiet. All right, next we had breathe, okay? This is Archangel Raphael. He is the angel, actually, that I had in my office when I still had my office, which I let go last month. No, 2 months ago. In February, I let it go. And I had a big picture of him in my office, too. One of him and one of Archangel Michael. All right, here we go. Breathe. Often during times of stress, you may unconsciously hold your breath. Yet, as you know, breath is essential to oxygenating your mind, body, spirit, and your very life. Write a note to yourself to breathe as a reminder of the importance of invigorating yourself with deep and steady breaths. Make trips to places where fresh air is plentiful, like evergreen trees and fir trees, like I was saying. You'll also notice an increase in air quality when you're near water, such as a beach or a lake. Well, that's the negative ions I was talking about. And I hadn't even pulled the cards when I started talking about them. I love this. I mean, you can't write this stuff, right? It's all connected. Even taking a shower or a bath. Didn't I talk about that? Taking a shower before I ever pulled the cards? Taking a shower or bath puts you in touch with the positive ions associated with water and air. They are actually negative ions, but they make you feel positive, okay? Working with Archangel Raphael. Raphael's name means whom God heals, and he is known as the healing angel, in charge of physical healings for all living beings. Often, Raphael gives us divine guidance, intuition, thoughts, ideas, dreams, and so on, about how we can participate in keeping our bodies healthy. Right, Luna? When you call upon Raphael for a healing, pay attention to inner impressions and be sure to follow through upon the guidance that calls you to take action. Now, oops, my straw just went on the floor. You know what? I am really warm right now. This happens to me a lot. I'm going to open the back door, okay? So I'll be right back. Get my straw while I'm at it. so warm in here. You're going to hear my alarm system.
Back door open.
Yeah, telling me that the back door is open, which is fine. Okay. We've got one more card to talk about, and then we're going to go into the guided meditation. Okay? And the next card is there's nothing to worry about. Pull this closer. Okay, here we are. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, isn't that nice to know? There's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. A little closer here. All right. By the way, in the guided meditation, you're going to hear a lot of sounds. Let the sounds take you to a deeper place. The angel sent this card to you because you've been needlessly worrying. Boy, ain't that the truth. Most of us worry way too much, way too much. There we go. Worry is a form of prayer that draws to you that which you do not want. And I have on my mirror, worry is a misuse of the imagination. It is, because you're imagining things that, are negative. Worry is a form of prayer that draws to you that which you do not want. Release your worries to your angels, as there truly is nothing to worry about. In fact, your worries could create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everything is much better than you imagine. Ask the angels to release you from worry. A happy outcome is inevitable because nothing happens to you, everything happens for you, remember? Avoid worrying, lest the negative emotions pull you and the situation down. The angels are with you and everything's okay. Think of how your life would be if you didn't worry anymore. If you just thought, everything's okay, it's all good, everything's fine. Think of how free you'd be. We have teams of light that are on the other side. These teams of light are always available to us. We can ask them to come into our lives and help us and show us direction. They can even show us that they're there. Sometimes people have signs that they see, that whether it's pennies on the ground, remember that song, Pennies from Heaven? If you see pennies on the ground, look at the penny. It's on the ground. What's it doing there? Somebody dropped it right in front of you so that you could see it? Look and see it. Pick it up. What's the date on it? What's the date? Is the date meaningful for you in some way? Feathers. That's another one. You see feathers in weird places? Those are messages. Those are letting you know you're not alone. And often they're letting you know that the angels are with you and or that your loved ones are with you. Because you know what? When they pass away, they're just not physically here, but they're still around you. They're still in your life. Relationships do not end when a body dies. The body and the physical part ends, but the relationship doesn't end. You still have a relationship with your loved ones who have passed away. They've passed on, they've gone on, they're on the other side, but they're still around. You can talk to them. And the better you get at doing that, the more clear the communication is. It's quite fascinating, really. Okay, so now we're going to do the guided meditation. I talked kind of fast this time, I think. I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't done one in 2 weeks. But I felt like I had some things to say that were coming through, and I guess it was just coming through kind of rapid fire. So I hope you were with me on it. So for now, we're going to start the meditation. I'm looking at the clock. All right, let's get started right now. Right, Luna? You ready for the meditation? Luna, you ready? All right, make yourself comfortable. Keep your back straight, whether you're sitting or lying. I actually suggest you lie down, because the more relaxed you are, the more you can take in information, and you're not thinking about pain, the pain of sitting. And know that you can shift your position any way that you want to at any time. If you feel that you want to shift your position, it's just because your body is needing to release the energy of the day. That's it. Just relax. Just let go. Just notice your breath. Be aware of it. It's beginning to change. You can blow out your mouth and make this sound. Some of you may already feel yourself going deeper. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And each count will allow you to go deeper than the count before. And each count will take you into a more relaxed place. You're moving into parasympathetic mode, which is the only place your body can heal, rejuvenate, and regenerate. Parasympathetic mode is the aspect of your nervous system that allows you to relax, release. It takes you out of sympathetic dominance, because in sympathetic dominance, you can't heal. You're burning the candle at both ends. That will eventually take its toll. That's why regular parasympathetic activity is incredibly important for your health and well-being. Beginning to go deeper now. Coming down on the count of 5. Starting at the top of your head and feeling the body relaxing more and more with each count. The face relaxing, the scalp relaxing, the jaw especially relaxing. Loose. And down to 4. Down through the shoulders, the arms, hands, and fingers. And you may feel the tingling sensation in your fingers that seems to come out of the tips of your fingers. Down on the count of 3, where your entire torso begins to relax. Your lungs, your heart, your spleen, your pancreas, your liver, your gallbladder, your bile ducts. Every breath allows you to relax even more, let go even more. Coming down to 2. Down through your hips now. Your thighs, your knees. Coming down to 1. Down through your knees and your calves and your feet. Down to your toes. So now your entire body is relaxed and comfortable. In a moment, I'm going to count to 0. And when I do, allow yourself to use the tones that you hear to take you even deeper, letting go even more. Going from 1 down to 0. That's it. Going deeper still. Going deeper still. Allowing yourself to drift and float in an open and receptive state of mind, so that anything I say that resonates with your belief system can begin to be planted in your subconscious mind as seeds to grow, to be fruitful and helpful in your life. Regardless of what's going on around you, behind you, the tumultuousness of drama, the up and down of relationships, of what feels like the up and down of your life. Turn your back to it. Focus instead on your own process of being able to balance, your own process of being able to stay stable. Stability is key. This may be in your work arena, in your financial arena, in a career that you're thinking of taking, Balance is key. Cultivate it. And stay away from drama. Be as you are in all your natural beauty, without veneers, without false personas, without trying to impress people of your experience or where you've been or what you've spent or what you own. No one cares. Just be real, be authentic, have integrity. You already know the answers to your questions. You already know the answers to your dilemmas, your quandaries. The key is to spend quiet time so you can receive those answers that you already know, because they're locked up in your mind, because you've been too busy to give them energy to listen to them. Breathe. Ideally, walk in wooded areas or areas where you see evergreen trees, fir trees. They have powerful energy to heal you, to change your mood, to invigorate you. Ask Archangel Raphael for help if you need it, with any health issues, with any energy issues, with any issues of wanting to release old patterns. There's really nothing to worry about. Worry is a bad habit. There's nothing to be worried about. Just allow and see how it all plays out. Keep your balance. Turn away from drama. Be authentic, truly who you are. You already know the answers. You just need to be quiet and go within to get the answers. Remember to breathe. Ideally outside. Ideally where there are trees. Remember, there is really nothing for you to worry about. Nothing at all. Free yourself from worry. I want to thank you for joining me today. I want to honor you for taking time out of your very busy life to go into parasympathetic mode. It's very healing for you. I send you many blessings. Until we meet again, I honor the light within you as we move into this season of spring, where there is more and more light coming to us, more and more light coming into us that we can reflect out. Namaste. I honor the light.